And welcome back. It's Beyond the Itinerary with Geniene and Uncle Zach.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Auntie Jay, Auntie Geniene.
I thought by now you'd know my name starts with a G.
Sorry, buddy. You know I'm like you. You know, people with ADD sometimes, you know.
But you know, it's also remembering people's names. I can meet somebody 10 times. Like, I know Luciano, but I still introduced him as a totally different name.
I heard, yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, really? Like, do you have to have his name plastered on his forehead so that you can remember?
No, but you must do better, bro.
But we've known each other for a long time. So Giovanni / Luciano and I go way back. Okay. So I think he'll forgive me for that. So since it's Women's Month, we decided to bring motoring into the studio as a woman's thing, not a guy thing, because motoring's traditionally a guy thing. Yeah. So we're saying, no, now it's a woman and guy thing. This weekend I had a look at some of the new cars that are coming out, and one of them was the MG SUV. And when I first got married, my husband had an MG
Which husband
Roadster.
Is this? The first one or the third one? Oh.
So he had an MGB Roadster. We rebuilt this car. It was such a lovely little car. And it's quite funny, that was like at the beginning of our lives. So that was when I was like 19. Yeah. And now I'm 65 and I'm looking at an MG. But I'm not looking quite at the Roadster. I'm now looking more at the thing that can tow something, because we want to travel. So the SUV just looked amazing. And I just thought how far cars have evolved. They start off as one brand and they end up sort of producing another type of car. You know, you look at like an MG, I always think of it as a sports car, but it's actually also now a normal car. Would you call it normal? So we're introducing two ladies involved. Judy Maharaj is the show director of the Festival of Motoring, which is, of course, our annual premier motoring event, which is going to be at Kyalami Grand Prix circuit from the 29th to the 31st of August. And we're looking forward to that, because we went to last year's. I was invited by Master Drive. They had a women's event, and we were able to talk to people about being a paraplegic and yet still being able to drive. Because I think there's a special company in this country that changes your car, that you can still drive even if you're paralyzed. So that was really nice to be able to talk to them. And of course, we're talking to Paige as well. And you're a driver, I believe. So that's going to be exciting when you talk to a driver. So, and those are the people you have to say to slow down, because when they take you around the track, you just close your eyes. And you just let them drive.
For that experience.
We did that at what is that? There's a racetrack just outside Johannesburg, and we got to drive the Maseratis, but we had a driver for our car, and I just said to him, closing the eyes, and he was doing 200 or 300 or whatever it was, and I just thought, just going to close my eyes and hope that I get to the other side. Wow. So it was great fun. So I can only imagine what you do. So we'll start with you, Judy. Tell us a little bit about the show.
Sure. So the Festival of Motoring is held annually at the end of August to welcome in spring for the Johannesburg crowd. This is our 8th edition, and the show brings together all segments of the motoring sector. And this year we've aptly themed the event driven by the spirit of Ubuntu, because we are celebrating the community, the motoring community, for the love of the vehicle, for the love of automobiles. And every brand, manufacturer, importer exhibits at festival. And we are a experiential motoring show. So we bring together over 30,000 people over 3 days, and the exhibitors put on a wow activation for the consumer. And we have experienced partners on board as well, and Shelby has been a partner also of ours for 8 years. So there's rides on the Kyalami racetrack.
Oh wow!
There's you get to go with a trained instructor. That's when you get to close your eyes, Geniene.
I know.
And
but he won't.
And then we have a self-handling track where the visitor gets into the vehicle and drives the vehicle. And then we have a 4x4 adventure course where the consumer gets into a 4x4 vehicle and experiences that, also with a trained instructor.
Wow.
And there's plenty more experiences. There's drifting, there's karting, we have a mini carnival on board, massive food court. So there's just many experiences for the consumer.
But you
for
also have
motoring.
motorbikes as well.
Yes, so on track we have content, the ZX10, the Sunbet Masters ZX10, and they hold a national round at Festival of Motoring. We've got 2 speed challenges, the Velacha Racing with over 50 entrants, and Shelby returns with their very iconic speed challenge for the Mustangs. But Paige is going to tell you all about that.
Well, I must tell you, I did I think it was not last year, but the year before, I had the opportunity, the motorbikes, they brought out a new motorbike and we were able to ride around the track, and I went with a friend of ours who was determined to see how fast he could go. And I was like tapping him on the shoulder, we can go slower, and eventually he dropped me off. He said, I'm dropping you off and I'm going on my own. And off he went. But it was great because we were able to see the new motorbikes. I think Harley had a really nice area. What was nice about Harley and Indian, they were right next to each other, and they've got very luxury bikes. But you're able to sit on a bike, have your photograph taken, kind of just pretend that you're there.
Yes.
So it's awesome because the cars that are on show as well, you're allowed to sit in it or go near it, but you can't drive off with it. But that's really cool that you can pretend you drive one.
Yes.
Facebook moment.
Yes, absolutely. And change your WhatsApp profile picture.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to let Zach talk to Paige because you know a lot more about Shelby and the cars. I've only seen the movie. I think it was with Matt Damon.
Yes,
Am I
Ford
right?
vs Ferrari.
Yes, and they told the whole story of
Yeah.
the Shelby and so I'm going to let you talk to Paige about that.
Okay.
I'm going to allow you.
Oh, thanks for allowing me. Because this is a ladies' gathering. I see. I'm outnumbered. Paige, wow, man. So tell us a little bit about Shelby. I mean, what a story.
Yeah, so in 2015, they announced they were going to be bringing Mustangs to South Africa in right-hand drive. Previous to that, they were only left-hand drive imports.
Oh, wow.
So when we heard that, my dad had the idea to get the rights to Shelby for Sub-Saharan Africa, and we were successful in it. So in 2016, we launched Shelby in South Africa. So we have the rights to Sub-Saharan Africa, but it's the same brand that's in America, Shelby American. And we do all the mods and upgrades on Mustangs for Shelby for Sub-Saharan Africa, and then we also involved in the sales of the heritage cars, which is GT40 Cobras, Daytonas. And fun fact is all Shelby Cobras, Daytonas and GT40s for the world are built in Port Elizabeth in South Africa. Yeah,
That's incredible.
for years and years and years. Yeah. So it's a really special brand, and yeah, we've created a really cool legacy and brand in South Africa with Shelby, and thanks to Festival of Motoring, we've been able to give the experience to the public to come and see, feel, touch, hear Shelby's in person, go for rides on track in them, and that's what we're all about. We're all about people being able to be up close and personal with the cars.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the AC Cobra is probably my favorite car of all time.
Oh my word.
So I just go crazy when I see one. So you guys build them in Port Elizabeth. Are
Yeah.
they brand new, or are they kits?
No, so it's called a recreation, so it's basically identical to how they were back in the day. They have all the machinery and molds from what they were built like originally.
Okay.
And it's called a recreation, and then you get a Shelby license on the cars now. So that's not our business, that's Superformance. It's owned by High Tech Automotive, Jimmy Price, quite a well-known name in South African motorsport industry, and it's his business that builds them, and then we do the sales for South Africa for the heritage cars.
But you also drive, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So tell us a little bit about the drive.
Hold on. Before you go there, do you also modernize the AC Cobras? Meaning put a radio in, or they still stock stand original?
No. You can have modern. Yeah, they have some modern aspects to them. Like they're very. You can pick and choose a lot of different add-ons and extras. But when it comes to Shelby licensed vehicles, obviously there's some restrictions in order to get it licensed by Shelby in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they also do like a 1965 Mustang with a modern engine drivetrain, so you can literally turn it on like a normal car.
A bit like overhauling.
So it's not the hard work of an old car, but it looks like the old car. They do amazing vehicles.
That's
so
incredible.
Very cool business, yeah.
So what do you drive?
Race.
Yeah, when you race.
Okay. So when I race, I drive a Ford Fairlane, 1968 Ford Fairlane in the championship at the moment. It's a
1968?
V8, yeah.
Sure.
It's big.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a huge car.
And no ABS, no power steering.
And where do you race then?
Oh, wow.
All over the country, mainly Swartkorps, but we also race.
Oh, so Swartkorps is like where they do the saloon car type racing.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we're leading the championship with that car at the moment, and then I also race Shelby Mustangs at the alternative motorsport events. So like the Festival of Motoring Time Attacks, we race the Shelby Mustangs, Knysna Hill Climb, Cape Town Hill Climb launching now in October, we'll be racing, and then Top of the Hill Challenge at Swartkorps in November as well.
Wow, that's incredible, man. All right, so do you drive the same way on the road as well? Do you get tempted sometimes? Do you,
No, they can't do that.
Wait, shit, let her answer.
No, generally I'm very chilled on the road.
Okay.
I think I get my thrill on the weekends. I don't have that urge to have to go fast. But obviously if I'm in a rush, I'll get there.
Okay, that's incredible.
Like today.
Okay. Wow. So you've been part of the world of motoring for the last 8 years.
Yeah, Festival of Motoring. So we've been with them since they started, and it's been an incredible event. We've gone bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
So we've always done rides and track experiences. We sell our Shelby merchandise there, which is always a really popular activation, and some of our partners are involved with us as well. This year we're going a bit different. We've got a new stand that we're trying out, because usually we've been in 2 different spots at Festival of Motoring, and we actually a really small team, so we literally run up and down all day. So we managed to find a really cool spot with Judy for this year, where we've got a really big stand behind the main pit building, and we've got really cool activations. We've got a tire changing activation, scale electric, simulators, pop rivet competition. We're giving away smoothies and coffees and all sorts of fun, and reaction rings, because drivers have to have quick reaction time. So we got a reaction ring. So we've got a stand just full of all sorts of fun
stuff.
Yeah, and then with that, the cars will be on show, and then just next to that will be our Shelbys that are going on track and racing, which you can come and have photos with, chat to the drivers, get up close and personal to their cars, and watch them go out and do the time attack.
That's incredible. How many cars are you bringing from Shelby?
There'll be about 8 to 10 cars racing.
Enough for you?
And then there'll probably be about 6 cars on show.
Oh.
So we'll have a fair amount of cars.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So back to you. I mean...
I just wanted to... You know that she won the powerboat champions when she was 9?
Yeah.
Really?
I started in powerboating. Yeah.
Wait, what's powerboating?
So my father was a world champion Formula 1 powerboater.
That's those powerboats that literally ride along almost standing upwards, because they go so fast.
It's got a nose with 2 pointed sides, long, thin Formula 1 powerboat. So I started in powerboating when I was 7, and I won South African champs when I was 9, and then world champs at age 11.
What?
And then I moved to cars after powerboating.
And I just moved to cars.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had no choice. My dad had his second really bad accident in 2002 in powerboats, and he decided cars were safer.
That's why your name is so familiar.
Yeah.
Because you must have heard of her dad.
Yeah, Peter Lindenberg.
Oh yes,
He was a powerboat, and then he had an accident while powerboating.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Peter Lindenberg, and I didn't realize you were his daughter until I just clicked now when you said powerboating. I was like, oh, I recognize that surname.
Yeah.
And is he still involved, in the business with you, and
very much?
Still very much involved.
Yeah. So he retired from racing in 2022. His body is sore. He's had a lot of accidents.
I can imagine.
So he retired from racing, but Judy will tell you he's very involved in the business. He's at every event and every race, and no matter how sore his body is, he's
motoring's in his
around,
blood,
up and down, calling the shots. So my sister and I work with him, and we sort of taking over from him, but he'll never stop working. He's very.
And are you married?
Involved.
Do you have children?
Married. I got married last year, May.
Oh.
No kids just yet.
And who drives?
I actually hate driving on the road, to be honest.
Really?
I love being driven. I always say to my husband, I'd love to have a driver, because I'm always so busy. I just want to be able to I always work in the car when he drives to just catch up. I'd love to have a driver, because then I can just get so much more done in my day. So I don't enjoy driving day to day on the road, but put me on a racetrack and I don't like being a passenger.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can just imagine, because you kind of used to driving yourself. And having somebody else drive you is just phenomenal. I mean, that's just really. And do your kids tell you, go faster, mommy, faster? When you have kids, that's what's going to happen.
I'm sure they will. I've got a nephew, and all he wants to do is race and ride motorbikes. So I'm sure the next generation will be as strong as we are in motorsport. Yeah.
And your siblings, do they drive or?
No, we three
They
girls.
come and support you?
We all work in the automotive industry, but the other two have never raced. They never took to it. We all tried it out, and it just wasn't.
You three
their thing.
girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad has never son. Oh my word.
He said he's very grateful now because if he had a son, he would be a ballet dancer. Because we're all such tomboys and we're all quite wild. I mean, my sisters don't race, but their knowledge and love for cars and speed and thrill is as strong as men. So I think my dad's got his hands very full.
That's
I can just
incredible.
And our husbands, yeah.
And then tell me, so crashes, I mean, you talk about your dad and the crashes, and have you had any?
No, nothing too drastic, like the odd little bump and whatever. But I lost a powerboat. Someone knocked me in Port Elizabeth and the boat turned upside down and it sank. They got me out, but they never ever found the boat.
What?
That was as bad as it really got. I've had like the odd little incident on track, but I've actually, touch wood, never ever broken a bone.
Really?
Yep.
But you know what's quite interesting is Paige has done a million things, you know, like most of us do. But as a woman, she's fabulous. She's done, she's worked as a ski instructor, skiing, motorboating, you know, all that stuff. Summited Kilimanjaro, which is quite a high mountain to summit, and completed endurance events like the Mad 2 Run.
Wow. So you just
like wild.
I love a good challenge. I'm not good at sitting in front of the TV. So I love a good challenge. And most of the big things I've done, like Kilimanjaro, Mad to Run, were all for charity. So I really like doing something for someone who can't. So like Kilimanjaro, we climbed to raise money to put girls through school for sanitary pads. So I really love giving back and pushing myself to limits to help others, and that's where the crazy adventures come in.
Does your husband handle it well? Like slow down, lady. Like, I still want to be married with you, man.
Yeah, my husband's really chilled. I'm really lucky. He's very understanding of my lifestyle and who I am. He's never tried
But what does he do for a living? Does he race?
No, he's not involved in the automotive industry at all. Never ever raced. I stayed far away from that. I think it's just too close to home. But yeah, he's actually in like software sales, like that side of life, a lot more tech savvy than me. But he loves cars, and he's also done crazy runs and triathlons and things. So we have similar interests in that side of things.
You're both active.
Yeah, very active.
I do want to ask you though.
Yes.
Technology in motoring. Is it going to be is that something that, because I know you guys are part of Messi Frankfurt, so being German and having that whole German technology AI thing, is that something we're going to see at the Motoring Festival?
Definitely, the brands are bringing it. They're definitely going to show you new information technology and what's taking place in the newer models. But I think it's the launches. I don't want to reveal them.
No, sure.
So on Media Day, we will focus on that and communicate that. I mean, communication's gone to a new level with the motoring sector.
That's amazing, because I mean, if you look at your cars these days, I mean, you need a degree to read everything. I know in my car, just getting the Bluetooth to work has been a mission, so I use my phone on speaker, because I know I have to sit still and then go help and do, because I drive a Fiat 500, so I like have to figure it all out, you know. So I need the time, but up to now, it's just easier just to use my phone on speaker. But I know that the new cars they have things that help you. Like the especially the Chinese models that are coming out now, because so many of the big brands left South Africa, the new Futons and those kind of cars are coming back in and making our lives kind of harder for choice, because now you're spoiled for choice. You know, you can decide what features work for you, especially the Buckies.
Yes.
Because Buckies are big in this country.
Yeah, true. And so you'll see a lot of that on the 4x4. Even there's a company that only focuses on accessories for the 4x4. Maxi, they are at the 4x4 track.
Oh, that's awesome.
But connectivity wise, because I know you read an article recently on Teams meetings. Everyone's doing these meetings in your car. Well, actually, on my way here, I was in the Teams meeting, and only, like, obviously you're not going to switch on your camera, but you can hold a complete meeting and it's on your screen displaying all the participants, even the chat. So you pull off to the side, show them your face and put the camera off, and then you're back in your meeting.
Wow.
I've been doing that for quite a while now.
Really?
I'd be scared to drive next to her. It's bad enough we've got the taxi drivers on their phones, and now we got Teams meetings in the cars. Girl, oh girl, I'm not so sure about that. But at least, I mean, I think there was an ad during COVID where the guy was driving his car and then he pretended to be at his desk, and meanwhile he was driving this SUV up a mountain, and then he was doing fine until the cow mooed.
Oh.
And then he said, oops. And they said, what's that? And he said, I don't know. I think something must have happened. Meanwhile, he was driving on holiday, and the guy thought he was actually at his desk. Because that's what technology does. It allows you to be a digital nomad and be able to travel, you know. And I think with the new anti-hijacking and those kind of, the kind of things that allow you to keep your car longer.
Yes, true. But obviously there's a safety element to it. And so I think that's what you will find at Festival. There's an education going on, definitely. And that's what happens at the self-handling track. There's 16 brands providing that information. And even, the reverse park.
Those screens where you...
parking. So even that, they will feature that and teach the consumer on what more you can do with your vehicle.
I think that's quite exciting, actually, because I don't use my husband's camera in his car. He uses it because it gives him the red lines and the orange lines. I use my mirrors and my middle mirror. I'm sorted. Because it gives me a 3D. I'm uncertain on how to read the 3D.
Yes.
It gives me a bit of an uncomfortable feeling to use a camera that is not my eyes. It's a different eye. But he uses it and he parks perfectly. I just battle a little bit with it. I prefer just to use my mirrors.
Yes, I haven't done it yet. But when you get into a parking lot, you can just press that button. You tried it?
I haven't tried it.
Oh my word! And the car parks itself.
And you just relax, and it goes.
It literally does it itself. Yeah.
It's a self-parking.
Which car is this?
I'm not going to tell you the brand.
Okay, cool.
But I love all brands. I'm a neutral player.
I was going to ask you,
but when you go and see the media day, ask them to put you in that car to show you how it goes.
There's a few brands.
Then you have to report back and tell me how it went.
For sure. Okay, so how many brands are we looking at that are going to be displaying at this year's? Is this bigger than last year? Are you going bigger, bolder, louder?
Yes. So firstly, I want to give a shout out to our partners.
Okay.
So our naming rights partner is Westbank, and they are bringing on huge activations.
Okay.
So they've really created a beautiful thing for the customer, and the customer journey is taking place in the Galleria. Then we have Santam, who has naming rights to an adventure zone. And we have the Take a Lot self-handling track. So the automotive brands, they all set up in 60 pit doors. So it's 40 doors. You'll get to know the zones in a green zone and 20 doors in a yellow zone. And so Paige, the Shelby, is part of the green zone with the 40 doors. So the automotive brands, we have 22 on signed up. I can't mention one brand and leave out another, but it starts with the showdown from the VW group, passenger and commercial. We have Toyota returning. We've got BYD, GAC, MG, LDV, Suzuki's got a big show going down, a Bake. I'm trying to remember them in pit order, so I don't forget. Mahindra, and we have Jayco Omoda. And a new brand, iCar, was doing massive activations. So the customers got access to over, I would say, 60 cars on track. You just arrive, queue, and you have a slot on the track.
Wow.
I mean, isn't that cool?
That's incredible.
To get to go around the Kyalami circuit, it's just like a once in a lifetime, I would say, for some. Some it's ticking off a bucket list. So opportunities are there for the customer definitely this year. More opportunities.
So do they get to test drive the cars or what?
Only on the self-handling. But on the main circuit, you are driven by an instructor like a Paige.
Okay.
A racing driver.
I'm ready, man.
I was going to say, he's in the queue.
I'm already in the front.
And you have to videotape it for our show so we can play it when we put it on our show, because we want to show how you drive.
That's going to happen. Okay.
So I think we always explain festival as a motoring showdown, but it's actually a marketing showdown, because instead of a static showroom, the customer gets to come to festival and feel and experience something so different. And I call it like a marketing advocacy happens the minute the passenger gets out of that vehicle, and the smile and the forever memories. I mean, with all the brands on board, they become the fans of the brand forever. Just from a ride or having an activation with Shelby, they will remember it for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
That kind of story.
Yeah.
Goes down. Yes.
Yeah.
We actually found when we did, when the Formula One came out to Kyalami the last time, we were helicoptered in, and because I was with a tour operator and they helicoptered us in, and we had a group going, and I was like, this is so different, because it was a zing, zing, and you think, okay, who's winning? No, we got no idea. Who's that? I don't know. Eventually I just put my headphones on and sat and drank in the bar, and but it's like, but you're here, and I go, but I have no idea what's going on, because at home when you watch the track, you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
When you're sitting at a real track, you can just see this part that you can see in front of you. So you have no idea who came past the last time and who came first. And whereas when we went to the media day at the motoring festival, it was great because they didn't do like all these hundreds of people going around all the time. It was literally, you knew which car your guy left in, so you could videotape him in getting into the car, getting off, and then when he came back into the pit lane, could videotape him again, because it was just one car.
Yeah.
So it made it just phenomenal. It was great. We did that with the motorbikes, with the motor cars. We did it with also the paraplegic guys, because they had, I think it's called CM Motoring. I might be wrong. And they showed how they could take cars and change them so that it would suit disabled people as well. And we were able to film that as well. So it was really, really cool, because as a woman, I don't really get to talk cars.
Yeah.
Well, we talk cars.
Yeah, we talk cars all day.
So I just want to go back to how the motor industry has changed in the last 5 years or so, especially seeing how Asia has just come out. India with Mahindra has also come out quite strong. I'm sure there's more cars this year than there was 2-3 years ago, now that there are new car players.
Yes, definitely. And festival this year, we had to, the narrative has changed. So we had to put out a strong messaging about the brands that are coming to festival, because we have to embrace the shifting landscape.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And festival is a consumer event, and you can see the sector is adapting to the needs of the consumer. You have to. Unfortunately, it's so the premium brands will have their market segment, but you have to, the majority of people in our country and buying cars, you have to feed a budget. You have to feed what's going on, where they are at a lifestyle. We know for the past 4 years, disposable income, that word doesn't even exist anymore.
True.
For some it's survival, some it's getting to work from A to B. So the sector needs to see to that first. Then we can, as you upgrading your life and you changing, you just going from model to model, or you are a premium buyer, there's a market there. But I think we just have to embrace everything that's going on in the sector and not say, make a statement like why it's only these brands. It is what it is, and like festival, we cater for all the segments. So every brand that's coming on, we embrace it, and we have a segment that will follow that particular brand. I mean, Tata has also launched in this country again, and they will be at festival. So happiness, everyone plays nicely at festival. All the competitors are there, so you're next door to each other. You play nice and you are there for the community, because without the consumer, then what happens to your product anyway? So let's see to the consumer.
Is there pressure on some of these other iconic so-called brands that have been around for so long? They've been luxury brands, and they're seeing all these new players coming up, and then when they come to the festival, do they want a bigger space, a better space, where is there demands from them, or is everybody just playing good cool? No,
I think they still have their standards to keep up. Like, you can't just put on a premium show and do it half-baked.
Okay.
If I put it in those words. They still have to come on and put on a wow show. Yeah. So either you participate or you don't. But I think it's just that we've seen the sales are dropping for some of the premium brands.
Absolutely.
So what is the priority? Do you continue with like that sort of marketing plan or you shift gears. So if you only want to target your premium buyer, then you would have a premium event, and then Festival of Motoring, although we have a huge premium segment, you may not want to participate, but it's open-ended. It's not we pick and we choose. We don't do that. Festival is open to all segments, as I said. So it is. I think if we read the articles in the news, it is stressful for the premium segment, but they're also upping their game. You can see it's just a different level of marketing activation.
Yeah.
And I think certainly automatic is making a comeback, whereas this country wasn't traditionally an automatic market. If I look at the brands that are coming, like we looked at that MG SUV, that for us was a automatic. So now we're saying, actually, we want to look at automatic cars. So we're going to go to the festival and look at the cars that come into our price range that are automatic.
Yes.
And purely because we're older, Keith is now 68, doesn't really want to sit in traffic and change gears, whereas before he always drove a huge badass bucky, loved the whole revving, let me change to 6 to 4th, put it into 4x4 mode. He's now over that. He just wants to drive along, not have to worry with the changing of the gears and cruise, because we do a lot of road traveling. And I think when you do a lot of road traveling, that automatic gearbox just becomes a lot simpler. But I noticed when my son got his license now, he, at the age of 32, he finally got his license. Yes. So, because he lived in London, he had no reason to get a car. When they live in places where public transport is so freely available, they don't see the point. And then they start to travel, and they realize they can't go into Africa, arrive at, and we'll use Mozambique, arrive in Maputo, and then that's all you see is Maputo. Unless you catch, the local taxis or whatever, you're screwed. So you really do need a license, not maybe for your home use, but certainly for when you travel. So he started to travel, and when he arrived here and he said, I just got my license, I was like, yes. He said, it's in an automatic. I was like, no, you should have got it in a stick shift and then progress to an automatic, because then you can always drive both. Because I have a code 14 license because I've always wanted to drive a truck. So that's what I did. I went and got a license in a code 14. So that for me, I may never use it. I may use it, who knows? But I have it because I always wanted one. And I just wished he had gone that route of it starting on the stick shift, because once you're an automatic and it's on your license as well, you don't really have a choice to go back. And I think when I went to America, I drove the stick shift that's on your steering wheel. That was fun, because there you don't have the view that you have of your gearbox where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, You kind of have this, is that 1 or is that 6? But it's fun. Have you driven one of those?
Yeah, my dad collects old cars. So
it's really fun to drive those. I drove one of those in America and I really loved it. But here they don't have those. They only have your normal stick shift. And that's about it.
I wanted to ask you about the electric and petrol, because you're a petrol head. You guys shall be consume a lot of is there a shift? Are we seeing a shift with consumers where they're looking at petrol? Does petrol matter, like, to the consumer? Do they want to go electric? Let's start with you, because you're the one that's gathering everybody together.
So we've got EVs. Definitely, and we had to cater for that market.
Yeah.
So we definitely have some EV cars also at Festival. Every year we have the vehicles. We've just seen we just take from the survey, the information we get, there's a shift, but it's not as drastic. It's not like happening as fast as we in other parts of the world.
Okay.
That's known, but there's definitely a shift. And I think for, once again, that segment that wanting the EV and wants to check it out, Festival caters for that.
Yeah. You've got the likes of BYD there.
Correct. BYD's got bringing the EVs. I don't want to, so I think VW, and then I think GAC also, but definitely there's EVs.
Yeah, that's incredible. And there's no fear for electric vehicles on your side, right? Or
no fear.
We're not looking at making any of those muscle cars electric, right?
No. Ford have been quite strong in their stance in keeping the V8 Mustangs globally. I think you've got those die-hard people who want to hear and feel an engine and not rely on electricity. I also think in South Africa it's quite difficult to rely on electricity for a car, because sometimes you don't have it, and then you're not going to get
And you certainly
anywhere.
can't light a fire in this place.
Yeah. So I think there's a few challenges in South Africa when it comes to electric vehicles. We don't have the resources for long trips to charge the vehicles in most places just yet. And I also think South Africans drive a lot. Like, we travel, we do a lot of kilometers. So it's not like we're in one tiny little city where you can rely on your battery being full for a day and you get everything done. I mean, I do a lot of mileage in my day on the road to different dealers and to Swartkops Race and wherever. Like, an electric car would never last a full day for me. So I don't think South Africa is there yet, and I think it's going to take a very long time for South Africa to get to that point. But when it comes to like motorsport and hearing an engine on a racetrack compared to like seeing a little electric car,
it's
just
not the same.
Yeah.
You need that noise, that muscle, that
But I mean, they're impressive cars. Like, to drive an EV is incredible. The way that they go, you put your foot down and they go. They're incredible cars.
Quick pull-off.
But I don't think it's a sustainable vehicle for most South Africans at this point.
Absolutely. All right. So just in terms of who should be going to this event, who should be attending?
Everyone.
Parents, kids.
Parents, we've got family chill pod packages. We've got a junior karting. We've got events for the families, like, the whole, so every age group.
There's a kid zone.
There's a kid zone, full-on kid zone. Teenagers, we've got a gaming simulator zone.
Oh, yeah.
And as long as you're 1.2 meters in height, regardless of age, you get into the car on the track.
There's shopping for the ladies.
Plenty shopping.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
And you know what's nice as well is the last time we were there, I think it was last year, they let us learn how to ride a scooter.
Yes.
Now, being a motorbike rider, it's very different to ride a scooter. So it's quite interesting. Like, we've got all our motorbikes and we're quite used to riding a motorbike. Then I said, I've never driven a scooter. I want to go on that scooter thing. So we went down there and they put me on the scooter, and it's so different because you now have almost a platform that you don't have to put your foot out on that side because the whole bike kind of goes that way. So I don't know if you've driven a scooter.
I have.
Have you? Okay.
I've owned 2 of them, I think.
So I have never driven a scooter. I've only driven a motorbike. So when I had to go from a motorbike to a scooter, it was so different.
Yeah.
Because the management of it is also very different. So the turning circle and all that is very different. But it was great to use the motoring festival, the Festival of Motoring, to try out the things that you can't do in a dealership.
Correct.
Like, you can sit on it, but you can't drive it in a dealership. There you can test it. You can say, what's it like to drive? Have you got any electric bicycles there?
No, we don't.
Because that was also a very different experience. We rode one in Cape Town, and they said you just have to press the button and then you can go up the hill. It's like so cool. So you don't have to pedal your ass off, you just like bzz, and it goes, but then the battery also dies, kind of somewhere along the way the battery dies. And then it becomes even harder to cycle. So it's all these motorized sports and the motorized ways that we get around is what you can find with you.
But what we do have for the experiences, and all the tickets are available, and experiences on Howler. That's our ticketing partner.
Okay.
And we have experiences from Simola Hill Climb, and they have the VW, the high performance cars, the motorsport vehicles, and AMG, the Mercedes Driving Academy, and we've got BMW Club, M performance cars. So it's just the BMW race car series.
Wow.
Yes, and so we've also added this year another supercar experience. So there's a McLaren, a Ferrari, and some M3s going.
That's incredible.
Yes, so customers can purchase those experiences on Howler.
Wow.
Yes.
So you're the show director.
Correct.
And what does the show director do?
You direct the show.
Charge of the build, the safety.
We don't sleep. Yeah, and we don't sleep. But there's an amazing team. At the circuit currently. So we're part of the Messe Frankfurt group, one of the oldest exhibition and trade organizers in the world. And we organize the Festival of Motoring. This is our 8th edition, but we have a team that puts together in-house team. We've got operations, marketing, admin, all of that, and then I am the show director.
So why specifically Kyalami? Yeah, are there other places that you do the show at in other provinces or just Gauteng, Joburg?
Only Gauteng and in at Kailami.
Okay.
Kailami does serve a purpose because since it's an experiential event, we need spaces and places that we can cut up the venue and provide these different experiences, and it's equipped for that. So there's a 4x4 course, the self-handling and the main circuit, and then Kailami has the skid pan, which also works perfectly. There's drifting and there's karting taking place there, and Subaru's also got an urban track. Just to mention, the general access ticket of 295 Rand allows the visitor complimentary rides on all experience zones.
Wow.
So with that ticket, you get a ride onto the track, self-handling, all of that. There's no additional cost to that. So that's the draw card, is that once you get into festival, most of it, it's free actually. You can say all of it, except for the paid for experiences.
So that's good entertainment for the family,
Yeah.
for the
You can
day.
literally, and
For
on
3
one ticket
days.
do you go the weekend, or is one
No,
ticket per day?
One day, but there's a weekend special. There's so much to see and do.
weekend
Yeah, you actually
special.
need more than one day.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
and
Especially if you're a
always-
petrol head.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, you're never going to experience everything in one day.
Yes.
It's just impossible.
Yeah.
And it starts next week, Friday?
Correct, and ends on Sunday.
So you can, especially if you're retired like my husband is, best go on Friday.
Yeah, Friday's a good
That's
day.
it's a good day because you can get to
Quite
pretty
a-
much do everything
Yes.
without having to stand in too long a queue. It's like being at Disney World.
Yes.
You go on certain days, you don't have to stand in long queues. You kind of have this shorter queue scenario, so you can see more
Yeah.
and do more. So I think
Yeah.
Friday's a good day.
And music and entertainment?
Yeah, the reason we don't have a lot of music and entertainment is you cannot hear the music and entertainment.
That's so true,
True,
actually.
and I will tell you, because we work it down so strictly, the schedule on the noise levels and the track, that you only have 6 times 20 minutes where it's quiet
What?
a day. So it's pointless to get an artist there, so we don't. That's
Yeah,
the
because you
reason.
need headphones.
Oh.
Yes. There's a silent disco happening.
Silent disco.
Where you
in the
wear
gallery, yeah.
headphones. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Have you never been to one?
No. Okay. What happens
Go
there?
watch a video of it. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just all wear headphones, so you don't, and you can listen to different music if you want to.
So
you
you
can
see
listen
people
to,
dancing like crazy,
Yeah.
but you can't hear what
you
they're
can't hear what they're
dancing.
dancing
No
to,
way.
Yes.
and you can choose
incredible.
what you want to listen to.
Wait, okay, so there's a whole section for this.
Yeah, there's just one activation in
Okay.
the indoors.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sometimes doing that, and you can have a dance to yourself kind of story.
Oh, you pick your own music and you just dance.
Yes.
Well, there's
Oh,
like
that's
2 or 3
incredible.
different channels, I think, on the headphone, and you can
Yeah.
choose which channel you want to be on.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And we can give away one set of double tickets as
Oh.
well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So we
Before
can?
that, tell me, so how did this come about? The actual event? Like, I mean, it came 8 years ago.
Yes.
You've been running it for 8 years.
No, I joined past 4 years, so I'm post COVID.
Oh, okay.
But pre-COVID, the show started as gyms, and it was known as the Johannesburg Motor Show.
Oh.
So Johannesburg International Motor
Motor Show, yeah.
And it used to take place at Nasrec.
Nasrec, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's how it evolved, and then it was moved to Kailami around 2017. So yes, so we did not have an event for 2 years. So it was 2021.
Yeah, in 2022
yes.
probably.
Yes. And then we resumed in 22.
Yeah. So this is the biggest car festival in the country.
Yes, of its kind, and
Yeah.
we can't. I think we always state we're the largest of the kind in the continent because we cannot find another experiential show on this level.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's incredible, man. Wow, ladies, this has been amazing. It's so good to see women just doing such amazing work, man. You guys are amazing. So,
And Messi Frank has been, they bring out other shows as well as the Festival of Motoring. So they're quite well entrenched in South Africa, which makes them a trusted brand.
oh,
Yes.
So when you
yes.
see them hosting something, it's a trusted brand
Oh, so
because
you
they
guys do
only
other
come
events?
Correct. We have
Yeah.
8 events under our portfolio.
Okay.
You can check it out. We sector based, so we have like
Correct.
fashion, textile, There's a trade event also for the motoring sector, Mechanica, coming up at the end of October. That's part of our global brand that happens all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have a few. You check out the organization. We're 800 years old.
800.
Yes, so check
Forever.
it out. Forever.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's got very steeped history on delivering the largest trade shows and exhibitions in the world.
Is it an international company?
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
from Germany.
Germany and
Oh, yeah, you did say.
yes.
Wow.
So very big. They bought out as well the photography expo.
Yes.
I
which is-
remember.
yeah, it was under our portfolio.
It was under, and then
No
they
longer.
moved it out. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So they
Yeah.
just really do good
And
brands.
we also do Hobby X, which is another consumer event.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Also
I've seen
taking
all
place at
this.
Kailami next year, May again.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's incredible.
Yes.
All right. So, being Women's Month, how does it feel being celebrated as females, as women? Do you like having a Women's Month? Let's start with you. And how different is it? Do you feel celebrated and respected and loved?
Yeah, I think it's a really special month for women, especially women who are in interesting male-dominated spaces like we are.
Yes.
I think it highlights what we do in the industry, and it definitely shows more support, and it gives awareness, I think, to women living in men's worlds and living their dreams, showing other women that it is possible. So I do think it's a great time of year, and yeah, you get to really celebrate iconic women that have done amazing things in this country, and we need that. We need the support, so it's been amazing.
How difficult is it for you as a female being in the male-dominated industry? Well, it helps having a father like yours.
Yeah, it helps, but I've dealt with a lot. I've
Okay.
been hit off the track a number of times on a
Really?
straight by guys, and like the questions we get asked by guys, I mean, at shows you'll get guys who'll tell us straight that they refuse to deal with a woman, they'll only speak to a man about a car. So we deal with a lot in the automotive space as a woman. It's definitely getting better, and I think now that I've been in the industry for so long, and with all the accolades that I have with racing, I think I've proven I have a right to be here and I have a talent. And I've learned to stand my ground, so I can have a go at you if I really need to.
Okay.
But
Damn,
yeah,
girl.
I've had my fair share of ups and downs. It's definitely more difficult than being in a normal space. But yeah, I'm in a good space now, and I think I've earned a lot of respect, and I've proven that I have a right to be here.
Well, 2 weeks ago, remember we had Charmaine Palser, who's a diesel mechanic.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
And she is one of South Africa's leading diesel mechanics on underground machinery and mines.
Wow.
So she had a lot to deal with as well. As she said, she went to a school that was close by that was a tech school. She was the only girl, and then was given a choice of subjects, of which diesel mechanic was one. And she thought, well, I could do this. And she did.
Yeah.
And she's now doing really, really well in a very male dominant, because I mean, there were never male and female showers at a mine.
Yeah.
There was only male showers. Now they've had to change that because of her. So she was very groundbreaking in the fact that she stood her ground and said, I'm going to always be here. You may as well make space for me.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Is if you have a dream and it's something you want to do,
Go
you
ahead and
need
do
to,
it.
Yeah, you need to be strong enough to stand your ground and go for it.
Absolutely. How do you handle it?
So my story also started in a very different place. Well, not different. I
Okay.
started in '94 at the Kailami racetrack,
Wow.
fresh out of art school.
What?
And 94, right? So giving away my age.
Some years ago.
Yeah. So, and the strange thing is, I was known for admin. If you sit at a meeting, oh, Judy, please organize the coffee. So we
Take the minutes.
take the minutes, that kind of thing. So I had to work extra hard. And 12 years later, I became general manager of the racetrack. So having achieved that, I just thought I can do bigger and better. So I had great mentors and male mentors that I then could put on international events and be part of that team.
Wow.
So we started differently. We had to fight for our seat at the table. Paige will also have that, because the motorsport industry, we love our fellow men colleagues, but when we speak, I feel or felt they never heard us in the way that we were, like our opinion, it mattered, but only on a certain level.
Okay.
So now we are known for delivery.
Very patronizing.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. Now we are known for delivery. We know what we deliver, what we bring to the table, but we had to prove that.
Yeah.
And so that's where we started. But having said that, like in Messi Frankfurt, my male colleagues, my MD, fully supports the growth of women, because understands that yes, we're coming from a different place, but we can deliver, and sometimes I feel we can deliver more, and we own it.
Wow.
Nice.
Incredible, man. Shout out. Wow,
Nice one.
man.
So how are we going to give away those tickets? Let's put
Okay,
it.
so we got 2 minutes to go. So what we're going to do is maybe...
So it's got to be a woman winner. Sorry.
Okay.
Got to be a winner.
Well, you just changed these rules.
we have to. It's Women's Month.
Okay,
we have
that's
to
also
encourage
true.
more
How
women
many
to go
tickets
to
are
the
we-
festival.
How many tickets are we giving away?
2 doubles.
Two double
doubles.
tickets.
Okay, cool. All right, so we got 2 minutes to go. So what we'll do is you'll hand over the tickets, and then we'll run the competition on our Bogart app.
Yeah.
And then the winners will get. We'll ask them two
Two double
questions.
tickets.
And then we'll get them to watch the show and answer the questions, and then they'll get the tickets.
Cool.
All right, you happy with
Awesome.
Yes, it's digital, by the way, the tickets.
that?
Of course, digital. Always digital. Howler is digital.
Okay,
Yes.
so confirm the dates again and tell people how much it is to get there.
It's the 29th to the 31st of August at the Kyalami Grand Prix Circuit. And the tickets are $2.95 for a general access, but we have various packages available on Howler,
Okay.
www.howler.co.za.
howler.co.za.
Shout out, ladies. Thank you so much, man. This has been such an eye-opening experience for me, just to see how beautiful women are doing it and handling the men, because sometimes we need to be handled.
And Paige Lindenberg and Judy Maharaj, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us. Festival of Motoring, and of course your own brand, Shelby,
Thank you.
which was just up your street.
Oh man, I listen. I want to get on those cars, the AC Cobra, and of course the Mustang. I would love.
And we'll
to
see you at
experience
Media Day.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
Janine
Definitely.
All
from
right.
Beyond the Itinerary with Uncle Zach. See you next week.
We
Well,
are out.
Some of us will.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been the Beyond the Itinerary.